not to say, not to speak nonsense again. And we advertised it, we showed it to everybody that look, there is no question of any ambiguity on that. But as you all know, the line of control is being violated more and more, sometimes less times, sometimes more. Presently, the figures are almost about, I think, this time the Defense Minister said it has already been violated about 87 times or 88 times. So it's a huge number, which is increasing. We signed the ceasefire with them in 2003, December 2003. That also is violated. And now it is happening more and more. So far we were taking it, and I'm glad now people have started retaliating. We'll go into that, why it happened earlier. Similarly, China, let me give you the background. After 62, we not agreed with each other, but the government of India told us this is the line of actual control. We call it LAC. And they said you should patrol up to that area, you should defend the country up to that line. That was the order given to the military. So we've been trying to go to that area, trying to defend the country up to the line given to us by the politicians. The Chinese have not given us any line of actual control. And the government of India has not been able to get what is the line on the map from them till now. So we are not supposed to cross the line of actual control because our boundary is up to that. But when they cross the line of actual control, come to our side, what we think is our side, they say, no, but you are sitting in our territory. And the government of India gives you an excuse that, look, our perception and their perception on the line of control, line of actual control is different. So therefore these intrusions take place. Now, from one side, there is a line drawn, given to us. On the other side, there is no line. We don't know which is their line. And they come, and when they come, they pitch tents, or they take away some cameras from Chumre sector and all. And then, we say it's a violation, but the government of India says, well, there is a difference of perceptions. And these so-called difference of perceptions, or these violations, incidentally, have been increasing. And for the last couple of years, the range is anything between 160 to 200 times in a year. The agencies which are reporting, sometimes they are deep, sometimes they are not so deep. It could be 8, 9, but today it's not difficult to measure the depth because of the GPS that everybody has. So from the GPS, you can make out how deep they have come. I thought I'll just give you the background to this so that you understand why these intrusions take place, and then the response you of course know from the newspapers, etc. Now, let me first start let me first start on China. China became independent in 1949, 1.5 to 2 years later than us, almost 1.5 years later. And since then, India has been very regularly giving them encouragement, supporting them all over, and never getting anything back from them on strategic issues. Strategic issues. On that, there has been no reciprocal arrangement at all. Let me start from 49 onwards. We were the second country in the whole world which recognized China. We were, we almost, I'm reading a book these days which is very revealing, written by Arun Shourie. I have to speak on that book in a panel discussion when the book is actually released. When they attacked Tibet with military forces, we looked the other way. Not only that, we even supported those forces, PLA forces in Tibet, by sending them food via Calcutta, Gangtok, Kalimpong, etc. We accepted Chinese conditions not to recognize Taiwan. We supported China for membership of the United Nations Security Council. I can go on and give you many, many examples of this, where we have been supporting them. But as I said, we have not been able to get anything in reciprocal arrangements. And ladies and gentlemen, diplomacy is never ever done without any reciprocity. Diplomacy means that if I give something, I must get either that much or more. So, over the years, People's Republic of China has been, in fact, becoming gradually more and more aggressive, more and more demanding, more and more assertive. And what has India become? A meek nation in front of them? A very submissive nation in front of them? We call things intrusions, we have started calling them non-event. We started calling them acnes. We accept what they say and we look the other way around. Since 1988, India and China have signed many agreements that we will not fire at each other, the agreement with the how to maintain peace on the line of actual control, which they have not indicated which one it is, and one was signed in 1996. I was the Vice Chief myself, and it's a very comprehensive agreement which was signed. And when we wanted to implement it, we said that, look, this cannot be implemented unless you show which is your line of actual control. That meant withdrawal of troops from both sides. So I said withdrawal of troops can only take place when we have a common line. If you don't have a common line, where do you withdraw? And how do you withdraw? That agreement, ladies and gentlemen, remains unimplemented even today. In 2005, the present government, the present Prime Minister, you know, Prime Minister keep blaming each other, the political parties keep blaming each other, but the fact is that on this particular issue, they are all alike. In 2005, our present Prime Minister and their side, they signed an agreement in which they said that when we have a settlement on the border, inhabited areas, populated areas will not be disturbed. In 2006, when the Chinese president was a female who came to India, a month before that, the Chinese ambassador says, but the Arunachal Pradesh is ours. He makes a public statement in India. He says, well, Arunachal Pradesh is part of China. The whole of Arunachal Pradesh, which touches literally Brahmaputra River. So, the agreements mean nothing to them. I am speaking from a practical, personal experience. They can twist the agreement, they can interpret the agreement the way they like. That has been China's history and attitude all along. Maybe we don't understand the kind of Chinese that they write. Maybe we don't understand the kind of Chinese that they have in their name. But the fact is that we have never been able to stop them from these two sides. Let me talk about China's strategic ring around us. Of course, we know the Chinese and Pakistani alliances. They're very, very strong. Sometimes they say strategic partnership, sometimes they say lips and teeth relationship. All kinds of things are said and done. And let me also remind you, it is so strong, they have given them nuclear weapons, they have given them missiles, and today Pakistan gets almost all of its weapons from China. And obviously China is doing it for a purpose. So is Pakistan doing it for a purpose. Please don't forget 99 war before it ended, Kargil war. Where did Nawaz Sharif first run to? China. And then from there he went to USA, begging both nations, कि हमको बचाओ. We could have done some damage to them. So then he ran around and he did it. And when he went to USA, it was not because he wanted to go, Pervez Musharraf himself told him, please go. And it's in record. It's on record. It's written in the US books also. Anyway, so this all-weather, lip and teeth strategic relationship is there. And both countries share an agenda, very focused agenda, which is to undermine India's strategic interests, right? And they foster anti-Indian sentiments, not only with other nations around us, but also all over the world. Lately, for a few years now, Pakistan has allowed the Chinese troops, PLA, to come to POK, Pakistan occupied Kashmir. They are saying that they are improving their roads and their other infrastructure, but the fact is that the PLA soldiers are today in Pakistan occupied Kashmir. And that is one reason why I today don't recommend any withdrawal of troops from Siachen area, because at the moment Siachen area is able to look into the Pakistani territory where these PLA troops are. So that reflects the close interest and joint Sino-Pakistan strategy. Let me also talk about Nepal, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Maldives. I have left out Bhutan because all other nations today have got a closer relationship with China than with India, although they are around on our boundaries. And ethnically they are probably closer to India than with China. They are all getting weapons and equipment, defense equipment from China. And whenever they want to show two fingers to us, they will name China. This is what has happened with Maldives lately. This is what has happened in Sri Lanka. Myanmar in any case has been getting it for a long time. And now Nepal also is doing the same thing. Bhutan is the only country which which has much closer political and military relationship with us. So China wields much greater clout in the complete neighborhood, the boundary that I mentioned. China wants us, and our people are very happy, keep talking about economic relationship. We have signed an agreement that by 2015 our economic relationship, our trade would go to about, I think, $100 billion. That is the target given. Today, it may be about 78 to 79 billion dollars. And incidentally, when we started, the trade surplus was on our side. Today, it is 66% or 67% in their favor. So they are getting more advantage out of this than India is getting. And we keep talking, yes, we must increase our trade relationship, we should have this. As far as trade is concerned, they said, yes, we should have more and more of trade, we should have more of some cultural activities. I don't know what cultural activities they keep talking about. But the fact remains, as far as strategic issues are concerned, which are the most important for any country, on that they remain very aggressive. They have never ever conceded anything at all. In Tibet today, China has created a tremendous amount of infrastructure. They've got a railway line, they've got many modern airfields, they've got oil pipelines coming to, they have got supply hubs, communication posts, And many of these roads come right up to the border with us. So the result is that they now have much better capability to induct troops in very large numbers and deploy them wherever they want. And they can strike any part of the so-called line of actual control or border with both power and speed. On our side, Indian roads by and large are about 60 to 70 kilometers away from the border. They haven't been developed right up to the border. And there are few. And those few roads are in a very bad state. I'll talk about it again a little later. Now, you see, China has started protesting. Our Prime Minister going to Arunachal Pradesh.